Hello Chattervad viewers and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of On the Hill, the series where I live all alone on a hill of summer over there. We are now on the farm island where I build farms and build things that will make me good at Minecraft. Last episode we created the iron farm and the super smelter, which I'm gonna need to change some things about the super smelter. There is now already a minecart stuck in there, so we're gonna need to change a little bit about that. I'm gonna half it, but also we are going to be making a fuel source for that because I have been noticing that I need a lot of fuel for that to be able to go, and I am going to run out of coal so soon. So we're just gonna, deal with it. We're just gonna deal with it and get a fuel source started for that thing. Also, I need bone meal for my tree farm over here. So this fuel source is both going to be a fuel source and it's going to need to be able to configure into bone meal. Now, I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if an object like that exists, but we are going to try. I'm gonna read up on some things and see what I can do, and then I'm going to build a farm creating that. That's farm number 1, and I will tell you about farm number 2 once we are done with the farm number 1. Let's get over to the testing world. Actually, before we go and do that, I'm gonna need to halve this. At least take away one of the rows. It's really just too much. It really just is too much. It's too big. Not all the coal gets everywhere, and it's not practical at all for how far. It's a waste. It's a waste. So I'm just gonna take all of this back and we're gonna configure it again, but then this time making it that it actually works. Oh, it's good that I didn't need that anymore. Did not see that guy coming just even a little bit. Oh, hello. No, don't blow up. I need the rest of that shit. This should be good now. I do want to add just a little bit of power over here. There we go. Boom and boom. And they're off. Hopefully this now will work perfectly. There we go. That is exactly what I mean. All right. And then let's get to the testing world. So basically what we need is we need a block that we can farm that will both be able to turn into bone meal and which is able to convert into a fuel source. So I both need a fuel source and bone meal. I'm just gonna grab this and grab a couple of blocks so that we can figure out what works. This works. Does this work? No, this does not. Okay. So it's not a moss block. Damn, this feels like it's gonna be hard. Mangrove? Yes. Ooh, mangrove roots work. Okay. Azalea? That's a bit more woody. Ooh, azalea works as well. That's pretty handy for farming. Those are quite easy to farm. I really have no idea. I kind of want something that doesn't ask for bone meal. But that's kind of... I don't think that's possible. It just needs to make so much that it works. I know that bamboo does. Bamboo would have been great, but that doesn't turn into bone meal. Ah, that also sucks. The thing is that what you could do is that when you're farming moss, this goes to the furnace and the rest of the moss goes to the composters. That could be a thing. And the same thing with the mangrove. I wish I could just make one farm for both of these problems, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, with a moss farm, you can make a lot of bone meal, and both moss farms and mangrove farms are hard to make. I legit just don't know how they work. Not even a little bit of a clue. I think I'm gonna make a moss farm. I do wanna build with moss. we're gonna make a moss farm so that I can have the blocks and the carpets and the bushes. And the carpets are gonna go to here, the bushes are gonna go to there. Yes. Now, how do I make this? I have been doing some midnight grinding, and I have given in to making a farm. So I created this, I followed a little bit of a tutorial, and I created this farm, and then I went on to try and understand this farm, which I think I do now. Although I'm not really sure how this time thingy works yet. This is a redstone clock, but on the other hand, what I've also learned is that I don't really need to understand it, I just need to be able to recreate it. And, I mean, seeming as it's in my redstone testing world, I think I'll be able to do that. I do understand this part, though. I do understand this part. It gives enough time, it delays the redstone enough for it to be able to create into blocks, which pushes forward, which makes this redstone clock thingy go. So this is more of a clock than really that, I guess. But that's called a redstone clock. But I do understand this thingy. So this gets turned off by that, but that is completely on, so that will turn that on again, and then it will delay, and then it will rotate back, and then yeah. It's a loop, and it will, because this all is connected, it connects the pistons here, and the pistons here will push the blocks forward, and the blocks forward will create this and unblock the blocks, and then observer shows up and does this, and then it will load it off to in this chest, which is a iron chest, a copper chest. And the copper chests get sorted into these chests by these guys, and now it's just all bone meal, so that I can feed into this right here, which I put a chest right here. But I can also make this into a fuel source, which means that for one of them I'll put one type of block, and for the other one I'll put the other type of blocks, and then one block that cannot be used, the blocks that cannot be used for fuel go in here and become bone meal, and the other blocks that can be used for fuel go into here and get into the fuel sources. So basically what I need to do is I need to build this on top of my super smelter, right? And then this will lead out into, or this is the fuel chest, or it will lead out into the fuel chest. I think it's gonna lead out into the fuel chest. And then this, with water streams, one side is gonna go to the storage so that I can use it for the tree farm, and other water stream is going back to this chest so that I can use it for this farm. And in that way, I have an infinite loop of both bone meal and fuel source. And if I want, I can make this as big as I want by stacking them up top of each other. And as long as all of the stacks come back into those two hoppers, I'm good. So yeah, that's it. That's how this works. And I've learned some things about redstone, and I did not know what this was doing when I was building this. I was just doing it, and it was fine. I also kind of know how this works, but because I kind of know how this is supposed to work, I have no clue how it works. I think the pulse gets in through here, then it gets split up, but it's like I don't know how many ticks pulse it is, how big of a pulse it is, but it gets in. So this observer right here powers this block, which powers this and this one. This one powers this to make this work somehow. I don't really know what this does actually. But this block powers this, which will power this, which then powers this, which powers this, and then it powers this. But I don't know. I feel like you could also just put this into one straight line, but maybe it has something to do with like tick delay, or yeah. I'm not too sure what this is supposed to do. As long as I know how to recreate it, it doesn't really matter. If anyone ever says, "Oh, you're gonna need a redstone clock," then I know that I need to make this. And that's what counts. That's what counts. That's why this world exists. So yeah, I think we're going to grab the materials to build this in our actual world, and then I will get back to you once I've done that. Also, it's Christmas. It's Christmas Eve today, so the chests are fun looking. Even the copper chest, apparently. Apparently, also the copper chests turn into weird shit. But yeah, I guess so. See you in a bit. You have got to be absolutely kidding me. Oh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this. I'm gonna need some blocks. And we're gonna need some redstone. I have a super smelter and I'm using my shitty ass one thing. Get me over that faster! I want to use my super smelter. Damn, this is crazy. I'm actually mining copper. I'm doing a bunch of crazy shit on this world. Caving, mining copper. Damn, that's a lot of copper. Damn. I need 6 chests. I need 3 of them. Oh yeah, I need a bow for that shit. Is it legit? Oh, it's legit nighttime. Nice. All right, where are the spiders? Spideys. Need some spideys. It's funny that I need to gather cobblestone. I might need to mine some redstone. As I said, I never use redstone. Oh, I do need to buy redstone because I still need to make comparatives and stuff. Not what I need, but sure. Alright, I think I have everything. I think. If I want to know for sure, I'm going to have to... Oh, I need an observer, actually. There we go. What else do I need? Oh, yeah. Alright, I think this is it. Oh, I need pistons. God damn. How do you make pistons? I think that's it. I'm gonna need to build this on top of here, with the output being that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna get the tutorial back on because I honestly don't remember and I cannot keep switching between my testing world and my own world. I think we're good. I just need... Wait. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah, that makes sense. Are we good? Wait, it's actually not powering. Oh, it wasn't connected to the redstone. Are we working now? It looks like it's working. Okay, it looks like it's working. Now, this is working now. That's good. We need to make this work, which is the item sorter. I think this should work now. All right, this is going to get front loaded. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going into this just so that it doesn't take the last bits, and then it should all work. Just so that it doesn't take this. I need it to not take this. That's very important. And then we should be good to go. This is horrendous. This is some crazy stuff. So we here have the smelter, which might be clogged up a bit, but that's all right. And then we have this here, which connects up to a water stream so that this get power, but then this is some sort of water stream right here. But also this is a thing, storage and stuff, and yeah, technically this should all work. And nothing seems broken. Everything is driving. Well, that's not true, actually. Not everything is driving. Well, we're gonna have to repower that, but that's fine. We can do that. So, yeah. This should work. I just hope that the non-moss blocks, so the fuel, is gonna be okay. Yeah, I might have too little fuel. But we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure that out. I mean, it's not like I really need that much, so. Because this is really going to start. This is not working how I wish it would. It's only getting into this one. It's not getting into the other one. Maybe I should also front load the chest right here. Okay, this is ready now, which means that we're gonna see if this idea of splitting the currents up is actually going to work. It does! Oh shit, I'm not powering that. I need a lever. Does this work? It does not. How do you power Okay, I need to go back into my redstone testing world because I don't know how to power this. I don't know how to power it. Oh, okay. Ha! I did it! It's still not working for some reason. Huh. Ah! It works! Maybe I can kind of clear up this mess. Okay, it's running. It's running, it's not good. Timing on things are not good. But doesn't mean that it doesn't work. So I'm gonna keep a chest here with a couple of hoppers so that I can fix it whenever it needs fixing. And then I'm going to clean this up. This is looking pretty good. We are back in the testing world, and we are going to be making a gold farm. Basically, what it means is that you make the piglins go to one specific place, and then they fall down, and then they die, and then you get the XP in gold. That's basically what happens. Now you could also hit one on your own, and then they will all fall down while coming towards you. I don't really know how that's going to work, but yes. We also need to think about spawning. It's now made of half slabs on the downside, because otherwise, shit is gonna spawn, and I don't want to do that. So, yeah. A big thing about a gold farm is that it's going to get a lot. So I need to figure out a way how to make that a lot into a little. So that's also a part that we need to think of. Yeah, but that's it, I think. That's all. We just gotta figure out how to make this work. And before I actually go and make the entire platform, we're gonna need to see what piglins actually react to. So we're gonna spawn a couple, and I've seen an iron golem. I don't think no, these don't work. But I've also seen that the turtle eggs are a thing. Can I just spawn those? Yeah. So we're gonna spawn a couple. Okay, but this is only once he's hit one. Once he has hit one, the rest will come over to him. Because if it's just standing here, it will attack him. But nothing really more than that. Okay, my guy, you're gonna need to die first before I can move on. They also come across to this, right? Do they not? They do. Very slowly. And only the little ones, it seems like. So if we put this on a little pedestal, do they still come over to here? They do. And this is honestly way easier to get and to put down than an iron golem. But this works. They took all of it. All of the ones that I spawned over here have gone over to there. So I want to see how big the range is of this. How big is the range of them actually seeing that? Okay, they are still seeing that. They are still seeing that. They are still seeing that. These guys are not anymore. Okay, so about here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 blocks away. 25 blocks away is the radius of the egg to be spawning or to be seen. So if we make it 20 all around. Now the question is though, if they fall down, do they give the things? If they fall down, do they give XP? Because what you're getting now is that they only give XP. Oh shit. They do give XP. Oh, but that's probably because I hit it. It's probably not because... And it doesn't give any loot. It just gave XP, nothing else. That's... Let me see this. If I spawn a guy here, it will obviously fall. But does it also drop something? No, it does not. Which means in order for it to drop something, it's gonna need to be harmed by a player. Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea, right? I'm pretty sure that if I spawn 2 of them, they do not get mad at me. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to turn myself into survival then. I'm gonna create a little bit of a mode here so that I can test this theory out, right? This is gonna be scaffolding. Basically, what's going to happen, I need to be able to be safe here, is that I'm gonna aggravate one of them, and then they need to fall to their deaths so that I get both the loot and the XP. In theory, right? So, but I need to be that far down in order to actually get them fall damage, which is like 20 blocks. Okay, I'm not safe there. Oh, hello. This is more than one of them. This is probably the entire group dying. So this works. It's just that I'm not safe yet here, so it does need to be bigger. Now, this obviously doesn't need to be, like, open. It doesn't need to be open, actually, so... It can be how big as it wants it to be, as long as it doesn't... As long as they're not able to, like, hit me from this standpoint, then I should be fine. And then I go down to the 20. The question is, will they still be mad at me if I'm down here? If they can't see me anymore? I mean, I don't really need the XP, though. So I could also just stay up there. Ooh, I could just stay up there. That could work. Okay. So, the way that I'm thinking right now, right? Storage is going to need to be big. We're going to need a lot of storage. Killing chamber. I don't know from how far away they will see me. So, I'm going to keep it on... I'm going to keep it on the 20. all around. Why? The only part is that they will be... Oh, okay. They apparently. This is like the thing that's not supposed to happen. Okay, well this obviously works. I'm not gonna finish this entire thing because that's just gonna be way too long. What I do want to test is if it's going to work with 2 layers, because now obviously I'm gonna be standing here, they're gonna fall, and they're gonna be coming here, right? That's how it works. But is it also gonna work if there's 2 layers? Because then I'm gonna either have to be standing up a high or lower. And if it works with 2 layers, then does it work with 3 layers? So that's what I'm gonna be testing. I'm gonna be doing this quarter right here, making it 3 layers, and then we're gonna see where I need to stand for those 3 layers. And then, oh, should I just make it with 5 layers? Because I want to make it with 5 layers anyway. Yeah, I'm going to make it with 5 layers. Just this corner right here, 5 layers. And if it works, then it works. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. So we're going to make it with 5 layers. And then we will see where I have to stand. And if it works at all. I don't really know if I really need these trapdoors, but I'm just going to put them on just to be sure. I'm going to make the platform smaller. I cannot be fucking asked. Alright, that's 5. We're going to give myself a stack of blocks so that I can build up, and a bow with some arrows. Yeah, so this doesn't work, but these guys cannot see him and he cannot see those guys, which is stupid. Which means I have to make this smaller. Why is this not... Oh. Okay, yeah, that's fair. If I put this guy on here now... The thing is that this is not working, though. Do they need to be closer to him? Okay, no, they can jump up on there, so that's not how it's supposed to go. Okay, so the way that they have these in here is a little different. You have the middle point, and then you get 7 by 7 square, which is this. This is 7 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 7 by 7. And then the way that they have this is by doing it like this with a button. But then they kind of only have this as walkways. And the rest is just the same. And then we obviously have this weird one up here, which they do with a redstone block. Maybe it's too big. Is it too big? Oh, wait a minute. So yeah. So it is 5 by 5. Which is what I used to have. Okay, so why doesn't this work? So this is their exact setup. Why isn't it working? Do I need to be in survival? What if I do that? Is this going to work? Anyone see this? They are getting stuck here though. Okay, technically this is supposed to... Yes, okay, so this does work. Just falling to their death does work. But they get stuck. This works. Now the question is, would this also work if I make it one smaller? Or are they then going to jump on it? I think they're now going to jump on it. I think they can now reach it. But even if I break it... Oh, they'll push each other. Yeah, they'll push each other. Like, if there's gonna be enough spawning, you know, I'm gonna go AFK and a bunch of them will be spawning everywhere and, like, stuff like that, you know, and they will all be falling and this egg will not be broken because they can't stand on it. Though they do like to stand here, though. Maybe I should put it a little higher. Maybe if I put it a little higher, then they will think that they should reach it. If I put it like that. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think that's just what I'm gonna do. Just a hole in the ground, some egg above their heads, and then they walk towards the egg and everything's fine and dandy and normal. Now, what I am curious about is if they care about that egg, or if I have to get a new egg for every single one. Yeah, they do care about this egg. Cool. Now, I did do this kind of wrong. I need to put slabs on top of here instead of... I need to put, like, slabs like this over the entire thing, but I can do that in my actual work. So, what I need is turtle eggs, slabs, and a shit ton of magma cubes. But then a very simple like this will totally work, because a bunch of them will... Yeah, so they're at least 2 levels per egg. And then I'm gonna make 6 levels just to make it even. Oh well. I'm gonna make this in survival. By doing the exact same thing. We have made it to the nether roof, and we started construction! Woohoo! Very easy construction, nothing crazy. I can't say that it's a very good one, but it works. Now we are going to be waiting here for an hour and seeing how much I get. I have not seen anything fall for like 5 minutes, so I don't know what's going on up there, but it doesn't even look like they're spawning. What? Oh, they killed the egg! How did they kill the egg? Yeah, that's not great. 15 minutes. I just want to see if anything is gonna happen. Okay, it happened a lot faster now, so I think we're good. That's just going to be the spot. I'm just gonna need some ladders. So now let's see how much we've got. Not an amazing amount, but good enough. So now we have done the gold farm, which works perfectly fine. And what else did we do? Oh yeah, we did the moss farm, which also works fine. That's kind of a thing around my my farms. I guess they work fine. Well, that's it. I want to thank you all so much for watching this video today. We did quite a bit. I learned quite a bit, that's for sure. I mean, the gold farm I didn't really learn that much about because, well, I already kind of made a couple of gold farms in my time, so I kind of knew how it was supposed to work. But the moss farm was pretty nice. I learned a lot about redstone and stuff like that, so that is really nice. I really am happy with that. It might just be a bit annoying with all the hoppers and switching things out and all stuff like that, but I guess it will be fine for the time being. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for coming, thank you for staying, and thank you all for watching the show. Bye-bye! Why aren't they spawning? Am I... Oh, shit. Am I in a... Soul Sand Valley? I don't think they spawn in Soul Sand Valleys! You're really gonna have to tell me that I have to redo all of this?